Let's give this just a minute and see if everybody is going to join in or not. So here I am. For those of you guys that don't know me, I'm Tara Fonts. I'm an advanced director from Maryland, and I am going to be talking to you about Table. So when I joined Pampered Chef a little over 10 years ago, there was no online parties. Sorry, my voice is a little crazy. There was no online parties, no Facebook parties, nothing. It was all cooking parties or not fundraisers, cooking parties or old-fashioned catalog parties. So a few months after I started, people started doing what we called Facebook parties. They were the original online parties. And I will tell you, a lot of the cooking show consultants were very reluctant to make that jump or to start doing it because it was always told you can't be as successful. Vicki, if you're watching this, I know that it doesn't include you. They used to say you can't be as successful doing Facebook parties as you can in home parties. So let me jump a couple of years, and then COVID hit. And guess what? Everybody basically had to do it because there was no choice. You didn't have any other way to do your business. So now it's kind of like that same thing with Table. Table is that next step. And now after COVID, most of us have been dealing with Facebook issues, restrictions, the dreaded slammer, and all of that stuff. So if any of you guys have spent time in Facebook jail, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. You have no other option to run your business. So that's why I'm going to be talking about Table. Because if you didn't watch my earlier training, I made the jump. This past December, I was in Facebook jail for the whole month of December. So I said, what am I going to do? I took the last 2 weeks of the month. I took all the trainings on Table. I joined the joined the Facebook group, and I said I'm going to go all in. The biggest thing that I had to learn was the host coaching and the guest coaching. They were completely different. And the host coaching was more like coaching a cooking show. And it was a lot more personal. Some of the differences between Facebook parties and Table parties, it's quality over quantity. On Facebook, you basically have to try to work with the algorithms. You've got the host posting things to keep the algorithms and keep the posts in front of the guests. So I'm trying to see if anybody jumps on here. It doesn't show me. So, okay. So hopefully you guys somebody's watching it in here. So if you have any questions, I'm not sure if it'll pop up or not, but, so let me back up just a little bit. So when I was talking about the cooking show consultants getting reluctant to switch over to Facebook, now we're seeing a lot of Facebook, consultants, all virtual consultants, a little bit reluctant to make that jump to Table. So if you are having success on Facebook and you're not having any problems and it's working for you, great. There's no reason to completely make the switch. But you should get familiar with it because, like I said before, the time will happen when you have no option to run your business. So even if you're doing, 4 parties a week, either take the 4th party or add an extra one, a 5th party, and do that one on Table. So you can get familiar with it and figure out a system. So it's already gone 4 minutes. I'm trying not to talk too much. But what I was going to say was, for you, a lot of people have a hard time understanding that Table is not like Facebook. You expect all of the interaction, you expect all of these interactive posts. People just want to come into Table, look at the posts, scroll through, and they're done for the day. A lot of them don't want that interaction. Some people still love it, but most of the guests that you had in your parties, a lot of the ones that were very active in there never bought, never purchased. In Table, that doesn't mean anything. The interaction and the connections that you build are through behind the scenes, through texting. And that's where every day of the party, my guests, as long as they've provided their cell phone number, they do get a daily text from me. They get in on games that way. I send out e-cookbooks that way, and that way I can do my one-on-one asking for bookings, or at least talking to them or talking about the business through text. So if you are not, if you haven't tried it out yet, I do suggest make that jump for one party and at least try it out. Go with an open mind. Don't don't try to compare it to Facebook, because it's not. It's not the same at all. And another thing is, don't give your hosts, like I don't give my so when somebody books a party with me, I don't ask them, do you want to do it on table or do you want to do it on Facebook? Don't do that. I don't give them an option. If you're just trying it out and you want to get table testers, basically let people know that you're trying out a new system, maybe you could get some extra parties that way, and somebody would be willing to do it. Once people book their parties with me, if I know that they haven't been to, at least with me, if it's somebody that hosted years before and they've only done it on Facebook, once they've agreed to it, we've got a date set up. I sent them a little message just saying, hey, just a heads up, I've switched my parties. This is what we're going to do. I'll send you all the information. I'm not asking if they want to do it. They've already booked, so I'm going to keep it at that. So I don't even know, like without share, I can't share the screen and stuff like that, but there's so much to talk about table. Even me, Cheryl Stotts, if you're watching this, I was so excited when we were watching all the table stuff at conference. She was laughing at me because I was like so excited and so pumped up about all of the new features and the ways that you can set up the templates and all of that kind of stuff. So please reach out, please comment in the post, and ask any questions you have, and I'll be glad to offer you guys some answers. And if I don't know, I will certainly look them up. So you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday.